All right, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day. We should be ready to go up and running for our chat in just a couple moments. So I definitely want to thank each and every one of you. As you can see, it's actually pleasant in here. I'm just making sure, like when I'm done, I got to step outside. So just preparing, that's all it is. So we should be up and running in a couple of moments. So thank you for stopping in and pausing with us for a few minutes and going ahead and going from there. So thank you so much. So shouts to Kelly Marie Taylor in 1971 for joining us live. So we should have everything squared away on one of the other platforms in just a couple moments, but I hope everyone's having a good day, a good week. A lot of moving parts taking place, so hopefully in just a couple moments on the other platform that we like to try to use when we go live, we should be ready to go. So stick around, and okay, on one end it's saying live, and on the other end it's still spinning. So I have no idea. Hey, yeah, good to see you again, Kelly Marie Taylor, 1971. Hope you and the family are doing well. Hopefully you guys are staying warm. It is definitely a little nippy down here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. The last couple nights has gotten down to freezing, so it is definitely a little bit of a challenge there. So we definitely want to send words of encouragement out there for people who are kind of stuck outdoors, might not have a spot to go to avoid the the elements and whatnot. So we definitely want to send prayers, words of encouragement, but also what can we do to be more proactive in working with our brothers and sisters that are kind of stuck out here. So I think it looks like, let's see, looks like it should be up or close to it. Let's see, once I get this thing going. We like the cold. I'm from New Jersey. Well, you know what? I can deal with the cold. That's true. I know how to deal with the cold. Growing up in New Jersey and getting my start in Illinois. So yeah, I can deal with the cold weather, but you get a little older and you don't necessarily want to deal with it all the time. So I don't know what's happening on the other platforms. So thank you guys for your patience and sticking around with me. So once we get this thing resolved, we'll go ahead and get it started. I don't want to get started on here and then something happens on the other platform and then it's like back and forth, because on one hand it's telling me that I'm live and then I'm trying to record and we are tripping out just a little bit. Yes, hours of entertainment. It is humor all around, good laughter, good all that type of thing. So definitely appreciate you guys. So again, thank you for bearing with me for an extra minute. And I think once we get this knocked out and handled, I think we're going to be in good shape. So let's see what we've got. Because like I said, on one hand, it's telling me live, but on the other hand, it's just kind of, I don't know, a little bit out there. Okay, when it does that slow thing, that is not good. That is really not good. That is really not good. Well, we're just going to go ahead and do things just a tad bit differently than what we normally do, but that's all right. So, hey, guys, this is the author Andrew Snorton, and hopefully you're seeing the Fast 15 live. Gosh, it's usually somewhat humorous, but we try each Wednesday. Twice a month we are able to meet during our regular time, a little bit after 1 o'clock. But on the second and fourth Wednesdays, when I've got other work that I've got to do, we've moved it to 10 o'clock. So I appreciate everybody's patience and flexibility and all that type of thing. To stay connected with me, make sure to add me on Facebook on the page Author Andrew Snorton. You may add me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Author A. Snorton. If you've got any questions, requests for autograph copies of any of the books, book signings, speaking engagements, interviews, things along those lines, you can email me at authorasnorton@gmail.com. So typically what we always do before we get into like our selection of the day and what have you, always try to send a word of encouragement, and especially if the holidays will be right around the corner. We know that for various reasons, the holidays can be a challenge for people. That's on top of whatever challenges you're already working through. So for anyone out there that's already going through stuff, based at your place of employment, if it's your physical health, if it's your mental health, things going on with family, things going on with friends, things going on with people who you thought you were friends with. I hate to say it, that happens sometimes. Things that you see that are disturbing, and of course, of some of the disturbing national news, our prayers, condolences, and encouragement go out to the families of the student athletes that were shot and killed earlier this week. Definitely prayers, condolences, encouragement, as those are, it is disheartening to see that type of stuff happen. And especially with everything going on, the holidays going on, things along those lines, those families' lives are definitely going to be changed. So we definitely want to send a word of encouragement out. And even if somebody has gone through something that might not have made local news, national news, heck, social media news, if this applies to anybody out there, we are definitely sending a word of encouragement, motivation, hope out for you. And by the same token, like I've always said, you have every right to feel some kind of way, but you have to pause and pivot. So if what you're going through requires professional help, go get it. It's okay. If it means you just got to change up your routine or things along those lines, make the constructive changes you can so you can get through it. And trust me, regardless of the voices in your head or the voices from some knucklehead, there are people counting on you. There are people who need you. Not just people who need you in a constructive manner. So please, for anybody out there, that's definitely the hope. On the flip side, we know there's a number of good things happening for good people. Some people got that job promotion. They started whatever, something new. They got out of bed. I mean, there's so many big and little things that are positive. Some things we take for granted, and some it's like, hey, we need to put it in bright lights. So if you or someone is going through, a good run or just a, breath of fresh air, we celebrate you. We want you to continue doing well. We want you to continue to grow, continue to prosper. But let's not forget those who might not be doing as well, because we might have been that person. So definitely shouts to everybody. And speaking of shouts, we're going to go ahead and pull our selection of the day, which is the new book, Quotes and Notes. You want to get it. And I'll articulate a couple of spaces and places where you can get it. I'm hoping it's telling me that I'm live on the other platform, even though it's frozen up on my end. But I'm just going to go ahead and make it happen. So Quotes and Notes is part think piece, part journal. It's basically... most of the quotes are by yours truly, with like the exception of one or two. And part of it is just to challenge you to think, be creative, be motivated, inspired, but it also allows you space to go ahead and put your own reflection in. So I'm going to say something that I've said for years, and it's something that has helped me maintain my perspective. Now, it doesn't mean I don't have moments where I don't have it all together. I've had moments where I'm scattershot and upset and angry and used some creative and colorful language. I mean, that's the truth. I have. But by the same token, I know I can't stay stuck there. So here's the quote of the day, or something to think about. Stay grounded, stay humble, stay hungry. And repeat it one more time. Stay grounded, stay humble, and stay hungry. So stay grounded. That just means keeping everything in perspective. For those in the faith community, you know where your blessings come from. Even from those who are not of the faith community, based on your philosophical approaches and what have you, you know that there's something that is keeping you here. That's something that's allowing you to grow and excel and all that type of thing. So keep it in perspective. Stay humble. Now, a lot of times when you hear humble, it doesn't mean that you're soft or anything, and I don't know what happened on the other platform. I'm just going to have to replay this. Staying humble doesn't mean meek. Staying humble is striking that balance between being confident but keeping it in perspective, because if we don't keep our confidence in perspective, then all of a sudden that spills over into arrogance. And that's not exactly something that we really want to do. We don't. So stay humble. And then the last thing is stay hungry. It just means, there's more out there. There's more, positive growth opportunities out there. There's more character building things like what happened with the stream and it just stopped. So we're just gonna have to use this video. There's more out there. Like I said, more growth opportunities, more character building, more perspective building, and we have to be open to that, because if we just stop where we are, we're not going to get any closer to where we're supposed to be. So those are some of the takeaways I hope that you get from that particular quote. And you want to definitely pick up a copy of Quotes and Notes. So a couple of real quick announcements as we get ready to wind this down, as we try to take no more than like 15 minutes to pause. Let's see, upcoming items. Probably the next big upcoming item is just looking forward to getting through the day and getting through the week. But belated shouts to Let Us Live magazine. I was able to cover their magazine release, their cover reveal, the beginning of November. Great people, creative people out there. So definitely check out LUL Magazine 13 on Instagram and your related social media platforms. Many thanks to my friends at Fonte's Coffee, as where we've got it, but we just have one or two little things. But for the coffee drinkers in the house and the medium blend, medium brew, get you a bag of the Arthur Andrews Norton blend. And this is one of the first batches, which is almost a collector's edition, because it is a medium roast, so it's just enough of a little kick, but not going over the top. So right now you can only go to Fonte's Coffee in Louisville, Kentucky. But in the next few days, we had to work out a couple other details, but in the next few days, you'll be able to purchase that online. So when we have the online purchasing stuff ready, we'll go ahead and get that disseminated. But shouts to everybody, Fonte's Coffee. So Leo, shouts to Leo, his wife, and the family and the team there. Shouts to Ron for communicating with me to be like, hey, we're trying to get this right. So we're just making sure to get it right, because it's getting cold outside. You need a warm cup of something. And what have you. In regards to the new book, Quotes and Notes, definitely excited that currently it is available at Bob's Bay Books in Bloomington, Illinois, as well as Fonte's Coffee. And then we are going to continue to add bookstores and things along those lines. But people who need an immediate copy, go to Amazon and order it, and we will continue to roll it out to different bookstores. There's more on the horizon on that end that we definitely want to share. Shouts to everybody. Shouts to the Status Network team. I know I had another delay, so I appreciate your patience, but we will be back in the studio in the station soon, probably if not the end of this month, then definitely December, as we're knocking down a couple of things that we've had delays on handling due to other circumstances, but looking forward to getting back in the studio. Make sure to check out Creative Community Solutions, acenortonccs.com. On the business end, click on the menu for articles and coverage. We've been able to do some great freelance coverage, collaborative pieces. As you know, college football, Wake Forest University. So shouts to the alma mater, the Demon Deacs. Hope be able to snap that little snide, but they're gonna make it. They're gonna get it right this Saturday. They are, and it's good people there. So shouts to the coaching staff, the support staff, the student athletes making it happen each and every day. Just trying to think of a couple other things. We will do this next week. We know that we're getting close to the holidays, and like I said earlier, we know the holidays mean different things to different people. So to everybody out there traveling, safe travels. To everybody who is already feeling the vibe, a good spirit, continue to feed off of that energy and share it with others. If it's not going so great, because we know that there are some things that do get aggravated, during the holidays. Take the time you need for you. Take the time you need to just kind of decompress constructively. Go through the range of emotions that you need to. But by the same token, like I said, you want to be able to just pause and pivot. You don't want to be stuck there, because if you stay stuck there, you kind of know what the outcomes are. And like I said before, whether you believe it or not, there's people out there who need you now. Who need you may kind of shift. I'll talk about that next week. Some of the folks who've been riding with you, all of a sudden, they change vehicles. I mean, it happens, and it's tough and challenging when it does happen, especially when that type of thing happens, but you're surprised from whom it happens. So we're going to get into that next Wednesday, because there's a couple of things that are going on that I know with other people, and there might be some things on the horizon with me that it's like need to constructively talk about it and put it out there, and hey, let's see what we can do. So again, to stay connected with me on Facebook, add me at author Andrew Snorton, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, author A Snorton. Any questions, inquiries on the books, audiobooks, speaking engagements, all that type of thing, you may email me at authorsnorton@gmail.com. And I just appreciate everyone's taking time to support and encourage and uplift. Speaking life, putting positive energy out there. I mean, it's definitely needed and appreciated. So as we get ready to close, and I'm getting ready to step outside. So again, bundle up. Even if you're used to this cold weather, bundle up. You seriously, just bundle up. You need to. And whether small or big, a victory is a victory, and whether slow or swift, movement is movement. So make sure to keep it victorious. Make sure to keep it moving. We will go ahead and upload this to our YouTube, and we will put this on our Facebook because our other platform didn't want to cooperate. So thank you guys so much. You take good care. Peace and blessings to all. I will see y'all real soon.